It's calling us. Sunlight
Hello, hello, and welcome to Amethyst Racing. As we're here in Monza, of all places. Expect big, long DRS trains. And today, I am joined by
the other Luke 2.
Matthews.
Or known as Matthews. I think Luke 2 is what most people know me as, though.
Luke 2.
Luke 2. It can't be Luke 1.
Yeah, because I'm older than you.
Just a bit. I've got the first cars going out already.
And that's probably going to be, who is the front car? It's an Alpha... It's an Alpha... A rare occurrence. There are AlphaTauris on the grid. Never have they been seen since Bahrain. AlphaTauris are like unicorns. I'm sorry. But it will be Lund, Leo Lund, doing his first race here in Amethyst. In the AlphaTauri.
Not many cars out at the start here. I think it's a bit of an unusual occurrence for Monza.
Only one car will be eliminated in this first qualifying.
Who do you reckon is going to be the unlucky person?
If it's Britain, there isn't a lobby restart.
Well, the crowd vouching for Britain then. Where is Britain? Still in the pits at the moment.
That was a can of Coke. I do not drink beer anymore. I'm a changed man now, like Chris Brown.
No beer.
But in the meantime, it will be Leo Lund debuting in Amethyst Racing, about to start his first lap on the intermediates. Also debuting today, we have Filip Frensky from McLaren. I'm going to butcher his name, so I apologise in advance. We have Debek, or as you guys are going to see him as Dab, in the Red Bull. And Nicola Nilsson in the Alfa Romeo. So 4 drivers to keep your eyes out. As meanwhile, Leo is currently the fastest man on track. Purple Sector 1 does well not to invalidate it.
And the McLaren looks like he's gone purple sector 1 instead.
He hasn't. Leo still has that purple Sector 1. The powers of the overlay.
A lot of people out on these inters here. Very interesting.
Oh, and Leo invalidates. So instead, it's I haven't changed his name to Simon. It's not Sven Van Dijk, it is Simon Van Dijk. In the McLaren. I knew there was something I forgot to do.
Gonna have the Williams crossing the line first, I think.
Oh, Luhoff's got the wrong number. And Van Dijk sets your provisional pole lap of a 1:22 on intermediates. Meanwhile, it's going to be... Is it a fat child?
It is. It's him coming round next. The fat child we all know and love.
Was beaten here by less than a tenth last time. The obese fat child in Alex Fox Johnson does go fastest, but only by 13 thousandths.
Next up, I think we've got Marco come around with some softs.
Marco soft.
Maybe the first proper time.
Marco out on softs. Let's see what time Mr. Mangano can set. And that looks a lot more like it. A 1:21.
Oh, we got Williams spinning just outside of Scari.
And that can only be the lone Williams that is on the track today. That would be Anthony. As meanwhile, Debek smashes Mangano out of the park, setting the new fastest lap of the race. Marco Caspers is just starting his lap. Molo on the intermediates.
He'll just start a lap on Inter as well, I think. Not sure who's next round here.
Can someone tell me what that current pole is?
The current pole time?
No, they're on Twitch. There's a poll been made, but I can't see it.
Oh, that would be. Where did AFJ's dad go?
Well, assuming like Mo and Pill's lap time here, missing as he invalidates. So your current pole sitter in Q1 is Peter Dabeck. Very much off the back at the moment is Filip Florensky. But a lot of time to be gained when they go onto soft tyres. It has to be A. It has to be the classic. Alex's dad doesn't strike me as a smoker, seeing as he does have a heart condition. Just like his son. The only thing that he has left to remember is dad. I'd like to give a big shout out for Justin Hooveneers, who is not Justin Hooveneers. Is actually Mika Luhoff, who somehow has changed his put the wrong number on today. So Mika...
We've got a couple of people just starting a lap as well. Breton just starting on some softs. So an instant turn 1?
Possibly. As Caspers is the fastest of the Inter runners at the moment. Yes, yes it is. Where will Britain compare to his teammate is the important thing.
Alright, going into sector 2 now.
Through Ascari we come. Oh, big snap for Britain! Oh, if he'd gone into the wall, people might have celebrated. Because there wouldn't have been a lobby restart.
Let's see if he comes into the pits this lap. Or goes for another. Surely you think he'd be diving into pits here. Yeah, he does.
Britain taking a dive, just like Tom Daley in the Olympics.
Here we got Pill coming around. Start a lap or finish? Oh, I think it's to finish
Finishing
a lap.
Because he goes P8 on them intermediates, and the next up is the Alpha Tauri. I'm not used to saying
they're on
that.
a lap.
Finally
even
coming
though-
in. But Leo Lund,
It's interesting for Byland, he was up there, by the looks of it.
Leo on softs, looking to set a competitive lap time now. Will be hoping not to invalidate here. As he come, I can't remember the name of that turn.
He's on lap here.
Leo is on lap, on softs, so watch Leo. Sporting a white helmet. He likes greeding for that white line there. Last time I saw someone greed for a white line like that, it was Tyson Fury.
Got some cars up ahead, let's see if they get out of the way.
Chris Scar, we come.
We're on the limit.
And now the final corner, Parabolica. Might be getting a nice toe from that Aston Martin in front.
Fine, I think Peter's just gone purple, sector 2.
Leo making a drive towards the line. Doesn't invalidate, and Leo Lund goes faster, beating Dab. Or Dabeck. Sorry, by 60 thousandths.
Watch
Or
out for
600.
Oh, Peter's so nearly invalidated right at the end, Parabolica there.
Nicola Nielsen goes fastest, and
That
then
goes
Peter
quickest.
beats them out. He beats by 8 thousandths right now, beating the competition. Who is next though? It might be.
I think it's the Williams out on track.
It's no. Philip is starting his lap. It might be the Willem correct of Anthony.
All goes fourth. Not bad at all. That's very close between the top 5 or within the 10th.
Currently, the man who's going to be getting eliminated is this man right here, Archie Britton. Known Max Verstappen hater, so funny to see him in the Red Bull this season. Pops his flap open though. And gets it down into turn 1. Missing the apex on the first corner. But getting a nice one through the second.
Keep it fairly tidy.
It's hard to commentate right now. I've got L's going off in my ear. Alex Harris with the 5-month subscription. Well, 6 months on a 5-month streak. But here we have Britain now. He's green through sector 1. All he's got to do is make sure he doesn't lose it through Ascari. Much more stable.
Looks like he might be getting that lobby restart. Nice and safe through Parabolica.
The first corner is called
Up to
Valtteri
6th.
Goodyear. Oh, very good for Britain. Expect times to be very close, as meanwhile Molo literally knocks him down into P7. Molo not messing around. Next up, it is a Dutchman, but it isn't Hoeveneers. It is actually Mika Luhoff.
Into P9 for Luhoff.
A little bit off the pace, Mika Luhoff. Not normally used to seeing him down here.
Is Alpha Tauri last, just finishing a lap.
And Byron goes P9 now. So currently, Myron Pill is in the elimination zone. As I think that's Fox Johnson starting a lap. No, he's setting a second lap on intermediates.
I think this might be Casper's on a lap here as well.
I really hope to teach Fox Johnson a lesson. He now invalidates his final lap and gets eliminated Q1. And it will be Casper's, who's purple sector 1, purple sector 2. Having that little bit of extra grip that through most of the corners here. And Casper's goes P1.
Here we got Pill down in 16th on an outlap at the moment.
Myron Pill will be looking to find some time. For all those wondering why I said that, someone paid money for that.
Bit of a cop out there.
I don't feel comfortable saying that when you're commentating someone.
Bill just started his lap.
Indeed. Is that McLaren also starting his lap, or
which McLaren is this? I cannot tell from the
that is Van Dijk.
Van Dijk. Wonder if Pill might get a little bit of a toe down a straight here.
Which straight? There's
just
a good
just
view.
after Ascari.
That is probably the best time to get a toe, if not down the main straight. Both optimal times for a toe.
Both down in 15th and 16th could make the difference.
I mean, all they have to do currently is beat Alex Fox Johnson's time, which isn't a competitive one.
It's a bit off the pace, isn't it?
He needs to go on a diet. It's weighing him down. And Pill goes purple sector 2. Casper's feeling like his lap time is good enough, and unless all other cars were to improve, it would indeed be good enough.
Van Dijk going around Parabolica now.
Is Van Dijk on a lap? Van Dijk
P8.
P8 for Van Dijk. Myron
Pill goes
P6.
P6.
With a purple sector 2 as well, looking very fast. Molo thinking his lap time is good enough. Retires in the pit. Next up, There's only one car on the track as a...
It looks like it's going to be it, really.
It's going to be Ferinsky looking to start a lap now. Hopefully the cars coming out of the pits do manage to get out of his way. There's a fat child about to block him. What is he? Oh my fucking god. Alex Fox Johnson, you're shit. Enjoy your free place in the next race, you bozo.
I take it he has just blocked someone on lap.
He literally blocked him out of turn 1. Out of turn 1 too. What an absolute knob. Clip
live on stream
shit.
As well.
Clip that shit, Swan, if you wanna report it, because I caught it perfectly for you. What an absolute pillock. Frinsky still only 3/10 off the pace of the fastest lap currently.
Is there anyone coming round who's on a lap? Britain. No, Britain's invalidated.
Britain's invalidated.
Oh, no, actually, it could be the game. Oh, yeah, it was my game.
As Frinsky does best Britain's time, but it would be interesting to know how much time he lost to the fat child. As meanwhile, the fat child is now the one who's in danger of being eliminated.
Just started his lap here, going through turn 1 and 2.
Alex Fox Johnson, your Season 4 champion, looking to reclaim the title. We've never had a champion of multiple seasons.
He gets let through by the McLaren. I was wondering if there might be some funny business going on there to repay the favour.
It would have been deserved. But no, the McLaren being a good sport, letting both the Mercedes and the Ferrari through. Alex right on the limit here through... I forgot the name of them corners. Oh my god. The Lesmos. And then onto the straight. And it'll be up to Ascari. Turn 7 and 8. It is a purple sector 2 for the fat child. That extra downforce giving him a little bit of grip through the fast right-handers of the Lesmos. Onto Parabolica though. It's one final corner. One big final corner for one big boy. And it's Alex Fox Johnson. Oh my god, I thought he was going to invalidate. Goes P2.
Oh, after P2. So we've got, I'm going to say it's wrong, Tronemakers.
Marco only
Looks
going
like he's on a lap.
P13. Marco did not find time on that lap. And
This is
Britain,
still between Tronemakers and Lohom, I think. They're both on lap.
Trainmakers, yes. What can Alex Trainmakers do? Goes green in sector 1 and 2. He is finding time.
He's up 5/10 at the moment.
Currently about to put Mika Luhoff in the danger seat of elimination.
Luhoff looks like he's up 2/10. Just about to approach the end of sector 2. This could be quite close. Up 4/10. I think the AlphaTauri down in 14th. Don't know who it is, but
Byland might be in danger here.
Ireland, yeah.
And Trainmakers goes P10. Byland chose not to go for another lap. Mika Luhoff now rounding Parabolica.
And as long as he doesn't invalidate, he's probably got this in the bag.
Mika Luhoff driving towards the line, exiting Parabolica. Goes up into P11. And that will eliminate this man who is in the pits right now. Kevin Byland. Byland has been blasted out. So that is the end of Q1. A few new faces up near the front there in Nielsen and Ludd. Ludd outperforming his teammate in his first qualifying session in Amethyst. Meanwhile, Van Dijk and Florensky, very close on times, would have liked to have known what he could have set if he didn't block. Byron misses out by 7 thousandths.
Only 7 thousandths.
7 thousandths is what he missed out by. My man was so close to greatness.
Greatness being Q2.
Greatness being more laps around Monza. But we're going to get ready now for the second qualifier. Now the drivers are in danger of elimination. Who do you reckon will get eliminated here? I reckon I can predict two of the eliminations.
I imagine at least one of those two is going to be Britain.
My guess was going to be Marco Mangano, as he is a Tier 2 driver reserving here in Tier 1. He's a little bit off the pace. We find that normally when a Tier 2 driver is in Tier 1, they can pick up a good performance, and as long as they keep it clean, they can still put their name in for points.
I think last time out he was driving in Tier 1. He had a pretty good result, if I remember right.
He did indeed. I think Britain did outperform him, though. But meanwhile, it's a busy track because everyone wants to get on with it. As Nicola Nielsen, the fastest performing rookie in his first race today, got P4 in the first qualifying. Let's see if he can keep it up. Also, a big shout out to Leo Lund, who has absolutely smashed his teammate out of the park. Currently having a bit of gamesmanship with an Aston Martin in, I believe that is Myron Pill. They're literally right behind one another. But it will be the Alfa Romeo of Molo, if I can find him. There he is. And we're going to ride on board here with Molo for this lap. As he got one more corner to go. Molo will be looking for a good performance. Winning last week in Belgium at Spa. What can he do today? I'm sure he'll be looking for back-to-back wins. But it's going to be now Molo coming down towards the first corner. As late as you can on your brakes, you want to get the apex nicely. You can lose a lot of time through that sector. And now it's on to Curva Blason. Blasono? Curva de Blasono. Or Curva Grande. It's got two names. Great.
Curva Grande is the easier one.
Yes. And now it's on to the two Lesmos. The first Lesmo. Choosing to keep it quite safe on this lap here. Probably a bank lap for Patrick Molo. Currently the fastest car through Sector 1 though. No one has bested it. Only a green Sector 2 though. As he comes through Ascari, no problems at all. Right on the edge of the line there. And now it's the drive towards Parabolica. You want to carry as much speed as you can through this. Keep the revs high. Make sure you get good rotation on the car. Take it nice and tight. And it will be the benchmark of a 19.7. Anthony, a little bit off it. Myron Pill, a little bit further off it. And then it's going to be... Who's the next car? Shrainmakers, the lone has today. Starting a lap. De Beck, though, finding 2.5 tenths on Molo. De Beck. And then Fox Johnson going even faster than him. Nilsson probably...
McLaren's gone round.
What's gone round?
McLaren's at the moment.
Oh. Van Dijk going P3 currently.
Let's see who's come round. I think we've got a Ferrari. I think there's Casper's coming around just now.
Casper's going P5 for
Only
Wesley
P5.
Casper's. Possibly a U set though. Possibly a U set on 27% wear. I would assume that was a used set.
That would make a lot of sense. Not usual that you see him 5-6 temps down.
I'm just doing the inaugural make sure everyone's telemetry is on, and Alfa Romeo's telemetry isn't on. Oh man, Nilsson without his telemetry on. Flensky remembered, and Leo, the only driver left, has also remembered. So only one driver without telemetry on, and that will be documented. And David Duckett can be back to being a broke boy.
I think I think they're all coming in this lap, other than maybe Lerhoff down in 13th currently.
Schrainmaker's Schrainmaker's invalidated his lap, so will not be setting a lap on this first stint. But Mika Luhoff now through Ascari, no problems there. Round, curving round, Parabolica. And it will be only P11 for Mika Luhoff.
I think we have Mangano on a lap currently, and that's about it.
The Ferrari team principal. On his home race as well, might I add. The half Italian, half American, a greedy boy with 4 home races.
It's tidy for Ascari.
Very tight for Ascari. Rounding now the final corner, Parabolica. I imagine he's walked this track in his dreams, being half Italian. Drives towards the line. And Marco goes P8, besting some of the other drivers on that field there. Mika Luhoff's time is actually much slower than I thought it was. The drivers in danger currently is Leo Lund, Alex Schrainmakers, Archie Britton, Mika Luhoff, and Philip Florensky.
Lund is on lap at the moment. Let's see if he can repeat his Q1 performance.
He'll be also looking to not invalidate, as he did invalidate his first lap last time.
Just cut to Ascari now.
His car looking a little bit off, and he invalidates. Leo invalidates once again.
Like absolute millimetres there by the looks of it.
Ascari taking no prisoners. I reckon we could see a crash coming for Ascari at some point during the race.
Definitely would encounter Al, would you?
In Tier 2, almost certainly. And Tier 3. Definitely Tier 3.
Alright, we got coming round. Britain just starting a lap now.
But Alex Schrainmaker's also on lap here. Schrainmaker's former Ferrari driver will be looking to once again rise to the cream of the crop like he was. He was top 5 for a good while.
Purple sector 1 there.
No, it's a green. The game lies.
It's very disappointing.
It will be now Schrainmakers coming up for Ascari. This is make or break. He's 5 tenths off of the pole lap currently. Ooh, right on the limit. But he's 5 tenths off of pole right now. I'd assume he's on a used set of softs. Chat telling you that you're finding out how garbage the game really is now.
Yeah, well, through commentating at least.
And Schrainmaker's only fast enough for P11 on that run. He will have
Williams was definitely up on his time, up into P3.
Ooh, Anthony finding some pace. What can Archie Britton do, though? He's going to the pits.
Did he invalidate, maybe?
No. There was no invalidation.
Who else we got? Are these? I think the Alfa Romeos are both on lap. Just coming round Parabolica now.
Nielsen goes P3.
And P1
Molo.
for Molo.
That's a very fast time as well. And meanwhile, Casper's best stat by another 400ths.
Leo learned on an out lap.
Trainmakers on a lap.
I think he's on an end lap. He's 2 seconds down.
Oh yes,
unless
he
the
is
game's
on
lying
a,
to me.
no, he is on an in lap. You are correct. Fox Johnson retiring. So Fox Johnson feeling like that lap he's set is good enough to get through. And currently the drivers in danger is Myron Pill and Marco Mangano.
Both
They
sat
are-
in the pits at the moment.
Leo Londo is on lap, going through Sector 1 now. What will Leo be able to do as he rounds Curva Grande? Gets a little bit on that curb and it kicks him out a little. Very lucky not to just go spinning into the gravel trap and do a Carlos Sainz. And he invalidates. Greeds for the curb, invalidating his lap.
How much time? So does he have enough time to get back round?
He's got 4 minutes to get round,
do that.
in and out.
There should be plenty. One more chance
You'd
at
be
it.
able to go 3 times in that amount of time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're on about either.
Absolutely no clue, mate. Right, who else have we got?
Britain
Pill
on
just
and
coming
lap.
out.
Will Leo just choose to do another lap though on them tyres? Because surely he's burning through fresh softs.
How worn are they? No, it looks like he's coming into the pits. So it's just Britain and Pill on outlap currently. Everyone else getting ready for one last run.
And we see Peters currently P4, a 10th down off of
He's got Alex Fox Johnson only 100th quicker than Peter, thinking he's safe.
So the drivers differing in opinion as Britain starts his lap. This is Britain trying to get safe.
His last chance.
Like a Cowboys in Last Chance Saloon. Britain will be looking to score some points here, although he does have a 2-place to serve after this qualifying session.
Keep an eye on Pill as well, just come around to start his laps, will be his last chance too.
Britain 2 tenths down on the fastest Sector 1. Although not belonging to the fastest lap, the fastest Sector 1. Neither is the fastest Sector 2, to be fair. And Britain running very wide, very lucky not to invalidate there. Through the first Lesmo. Will he be giving his teammate a toe, possibly, as well? But now Britain through Ascari. This has been his kryptonite, to say. But looking very crisp, very clean through there for Archie Britton. Can definitely be finding a lot of time here if he does it, if he plays his cards right.
Hill is currently a 10.5 up.
Molo feeling safe as well.
It is a big gap from P9 to P8 though.
And Britain slots ahead of Marco Mangano. Currently P9. That will be his last lap and he has a good few drivers behind him. The next car on lap is Myron Pill, who's now currently being eliminated.
He's 3.5 temps up currently though. Kept it clean for Ascari.
Green Sector 1, Green Sector 2, Myron Pill will be looking to get a Green Sector 3 as well. Oh, he gets very loose!
No!
Very loose! Last time I saw something that loose, oh my.
Somehow not invalidated.
but doesn't improve. Loses a lot of time, and that might be the end of Pill. Pill might have been Thanos snapped.
Who else have we got? Who's on lap currently?
I believe. And Myron Pill spins. Myron Pill has spun in probably the worst place to spin. The next car on lap, I believe, is not Peter. It was going to be DeBeck, but DeBeck has invalidated.
Did that spin from Pill ruin Mangano's lap there? He's down in P10 at the moment.
He didn't move.
He is a 10th down, currently sector 1 Mangano.
In defense of Myron Pill, he didn't move from his spin. There wasn't much he could do. I think Caspers is about to play the team game and give Mangano a fat toe. As meanwhile, we look to see who is coming around the final corner. It will be
Mangano.
Well, currently we're looking as Luhoff gets out of the bottom there, as Peters has had a spin. Peters and Anthony both coming into the pit. We're going to switch to Mangano, the Mangano cam, because he's getting a fat toe from Wesley Caspers, his teammate, and currently leading the driver's standings. Meanwhile, Philippe only fast enough for P13. Leo Lund sets the fastest lap.
What a lap.
And now it will be Marco, currently eliminated. Marco does improve, but it's not enough. Britain besting him. And Strainmakers is the next car on lap. That's not who I want. Alex Strainmakers will be looking to find some time anywhere possible.
4.5 temps up at the moment. It just wouldn't be enough. Oh my God. It'd be very close.
That was almost greeting for the toe there. He has a purple sector 1 though, so this could be a very competitive time for Alex Strainmakers. All he's got to do is make sure he doesn't lose it.
They're very safe.
And he's safe, and that eliminates Mika Luhoff. And I think that might be the end of qualifying in Q2 anyway.
That looks like it.
So Leo Lund
on laps,
slapping down an absolute ridiculous time. Caspers P2, Molo P3, Fox Johnson P4, Peter P5. I don't know why Mika Luhoff is using Houvenier's number suddenly. It's an interesting cosplay. But the big shock elimination there, to me, is Myron Pill. I was not expecting Myron Pill to be eliminated here. As I don't know what we're waiting for.
It looks like
DeBeck.
We're just waiting for Pill's car to actually finish going in the pits, I think.
And it's DeBeck. DeBeck is classed as not being there we go. But there is your Q2 results. And the big shock elimination there is Myron Pill.
On the other end, I think Leo Lund, P1 for Q2. If he can repeat that in Q3, I think it'll be very unexpected.
Is he about to make Caspers sweat? Is Caspers going to come under some pressure here from not just the two Mercedes drivers, but closely behind on time, but also Leo Lund now proving he's got the pace, and also Nilsson looking right mightily fast as well there in P6, sorry. And Molo. Let's not forget Molo too.
It'll be a very close shootout today.
Last time there was this close of a shootout is in America.
I don't know how you get those one-liners all the time. Just constant.
What, constant one-liners?
Constant one-liners, yeah, they just pop out. You know there's a one-liner you thought of there.
It was, but I decided not to. But the only thing, Alex Fox Johnson, known for popping popcorn chicken in his mouth. I wanted to make a baby joke, but I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Oh, come on.
Peter is putting in a big old shift. As we get on the way for Q3.
everyone out straight away by the looks of this. No hanging about.
Anthony, the first car on track, and is that Molo right behind him? It is indeed. How do you pronounce Anthony's first name? Albina. Is Anthony from Romania? I think that's a
Wait for
Romanian.
chat to answer that one.
That is a question to chat. I believe it is a Romanian name, but I might be wrong.
Casper's coming out later than everyone else.
After that maximum track acclimatization. As meanwhile, everyone else wants to just... Oh, imagine it if it was just like when they were here one time, when they're all just like fighting to not be the front car.
Now, let's see, we might get that in the final run.
It would be very interesting.
We'll be getting a lot of tickets, I'm sure.
Anthony kicking things off. Down now into turn one. Nicely on the apex of both corners. Maximising that drive out of that corner. And now onto Curva Grande. Rounding the final part of that curve. Ooh, I thought he got a bit of a snap then. Not the exit he would have been wanting from that corner. But now, through Lesmo 1. Right on the limit there is Anthony. We're now rounding around. Lesmo 2 gets a little bit of a snap. That will lose him a tenth or two. Now onto Ascari. This can make or break your lap. Oh! And it breaks Anthony's lap.
Oh, he spun.
He has spun. Anthony has spun.
I'm following Leo Lund just coming around.
And Trainmaker's giving...
Looks like having a race up there.
Trainmaker's run out of ERS early. And it's not
Must have
Fox
got to
Johnson.
turn it off on the outlap.
Possibly. As Molo sets the
Oh,
fastest
Leo
lap.
Lund.
Peters, though, bests him. Is it Leo
Watch
Lund
Leo
next?
Lund coming around now.
Lund.
A lot, half a second down for his
And De
Q2
Beck!
time.
De Beck pulls out a lap from nowhere. Van Dijk solidly up there. Fox Johnson only P4. Next up is going to be Anthony into the pits.
In the pits.
Obviously.
We have Casper's now coming round.
It will be Casper's as Nilsson has invalidated. And he's going to be coming around that final corner now, Parabolica. Purple sector 1, green sector 2. Is it enough for Casper's to take provisional pole? Yes, it is.
Yeah,
but not by much.
for the second.
Not by much. Every time I want to say De Beck, I want to say De Baby instead.
I'm interested to see if Leo Lund can match his Q2 time. It would still give him pole.
Maybe that was old. That might not have been fresh softs. That might not have been the fresh softs.
True.
As I think Nielsen's going for a second lap here.
So let's see what his Q2 time is when he comes round.
He's a green sector 1.
He would be the only person on lap at the moment, I think, if he is.
He's only 2 tenths down the fastest lap, so I think Nielsen just going for another lap here. Must have invalidated early to save enough battery to do this. And he must have had a bit of extra fuel as well. As Nielsen now rounding Parabolica, all he's got to do is keep it steady. We've seen that Parabolica can claim a few souls. But Nielsen across the line for P6 currently. So currently Casper's with the fastest lap. 300ths behind is De Beck. With Peter 700ths behind. Molo almost 2 tenths. Fox Johnson also... Molo and Fox Johnson separated by 100th.
Got Anthony on an outlap.
We're hearing that Van Dijk currently with 0 practice in P8 into Q3.
Can't fall that, can you?
No, I can't fault that at all. 3. Oh no.
I think we've got some people starting to come out. Molo on an outlap currently. It will be Anthony coming around first though, start another lap.
The Beck has left the session.
Be interesting. I don't think he's going to stay P2.
He
With
will
the track
need to
ramping
rejoin.
up.
He can join off of me though. So could one of the admin team, if he's looking to get an invite, tell him he can join off of me. But it's going to be Anthony now rounding Curva Grande. What can Anthony do? What is Anthony cooking in that Williams? It's an invalidation.
Invalidated.
That's what he is cooking.
Oh, now we've got nothing to commentate on until these both Mercedes come round on an outlap currently.
Interesting that they choose to try and set 3 laps here. And who is the one further ahead? It is going to be Hans Peter. Was right on the edge of getting his first win in Amethyst. I think it's his first win.
I think Molo, I think he's just started the lap.
Molo, yes, Molo has started a lap. So it will be Patrick Molo that we're going to be watching here as he now rounds Curva Grande. Greeding for a little bit of curb. Purple Sector 1, fastest first sector, is up on the leader by 500ths here. Molo could be lighting up the track. What can he do through Sector 2 though? As he rounds the Lesmo 2 into the DRS straight. Looking very fast is this Alfa Romeo. Through Ascari now he comes. He's lost a little bit of time, but he's still up on the fastest lap. Up to 100ths. It's all
Watch
to play for.
Peter just invalidated, a 10.5 up.
So Peter will be shooting into the pits, but it's Molo that we're watching because he could be on for provisional pole here. The pole on pole. As he drives towards the line. Molo beats Cat. Finds so much time. Finds so much time. He's 2 tenths up on Caspers. Molo throwing down the gauntlet there. As next it looks like is Anthony setting a lap here.
I think it will be Fox Johnson first.
Anthony is
wrong
doing
here,
that.
actually. I think Anthony's. Oh! He's there!
And he's
What a
dead!
crash!
He's dead! Anthony has died!
Oh no!
Fox Johnson
Fox
loses
Johnson
it as well! Through
What's
Ascari.
going on? Oil on the track.
Anthony probably would actually have died from that. The big crash. As it's going to be Nielsen then. On an outlap. And Anthony leaving the session, knowing that there is a lobby restart to be had. But that was a huge crash from Anthony.
It looked like Fox Johnson lost it in a bit of a weird place in Ascari as well.
But here we go, it's going to be Nielsen now. Nicola Nielsen in his debut here in Amethyst. Him, Lund and De Beck all making it in to Q3. What can they do?
We've got the rest of the grid starting to pour out now for their final run.
But it's green sector 1. It's Nicola. Getting a little bit of snap through on the exit of the second Lesmo as he drives now towards Ascari. He's 2 tenths down on Molo. Is there any news on the bet coming back?
Apparently his Wi-Fi is dead, so it looks like he'll be at least missing out the rest of qualifying.
Oh, I hope he can get that fixed soon. It'll be a shame. He's looking very fast here. Oh, he's joined.
As I say that.
He's going to struggle to get around in time. As meanwhile, Nilsson
goes
goes P4 though. Nilsson finding some time. Caspers though will be looking to reclaim that pole from Molo. Molo, who is out for another lap. By the way, he's on his out lap now. I think he just cut the corner though. I don't know. I don't know if I watched him cut or not.
Keep an eye on him. See what he's up to.
Meanwhile though, it's going to be Caspers starting his lap now.
He is most definitely cutting the corners.
Molo, stop cutting! You're not an emo. Meanwhile, Caspers though now through the first few corners will be driving now towards Curva Grande, flat out around this long sweeping right-hander. Into, I don't know the name of this corner, is down in Sector 1 on Molo's time. So Molo still looking good for P1. Caspers was down 2 tenths, but it was an improvement through Sector 1, and Caspers was known for having the fastest Sector 2. Molo didn't get around in time. Caspers goes purple through Sector 2. Can he find time in Sector 3 like Molo did? Caspers to regain provisional pole. Rounding Parabolica now, Matthews. Will he be able to control it on the exit?
I'm just looking down at Peter after this.
And Caspers beats
Molo.
Molo.
That is a blinding lap.
And the AlphaTauri has spun. Leo Lund has spun. So Lund will not be improving on his P7 lap time. Next up is
It's Peter. He
who's
did look, he was
invalidated.
about 2 tenths up. Oh, he's invalidated. I did not spot that.
So it will now be Van Dijk next to go across the line here. Van Dijk with one final corner.
He is up on his time as well. Behind him, Fox Johnson also up on his time. People improving at the end here.
Oh, Van Dijk spins!
Oh!
Big spin for Van Dijk. And next is going to be then Fox Johnson. Woo!
Oh, that was close.
Rounding the final corner now. Fox Johnson only P3.
P3.
And Schramakers. P9 for Alex Schramakers there.
That
Caspers.
looks like it's going to be it.
Caspers takes pole position. Patrick Molo P2. P3 for Fox Johnson. P4 for De Beck. P5 for Nilsson. P6 for Peter. P7 for Lund. P8 for Van Dijk. P9 for Schramakers. And Anthony not setting a time in this final. Could you quickly come into VC and tell me how to pronounce Nicolaj? It's going to be Nicolaj, isn't it?
You just got it there, probably, yeah.
Nicolaj?
So it's like Nikolai.
Is it going to be... If it's Nicolaj, I'm going to... I don't know. Oh, Ryan Kennedy wasn't here for the qualifying.
Nikolai, there you go. Got it in one.
What is it, Nicolai's?
Nikolai.
Nikolai. So now it's time to set the grid. But we're going to get ready for a lobby restart quickly.
just waiting here for you. I just want your presence, you got me feeling blue. Don't keep me waiting, don't leave me in this way. Got me going crazy and I don't wanna wait. I just wanna make you see, I feel like I'm in heaven when you are here with me. Don't keep me waiting, don't leave me in this way. Got me going crazy and I don't wanna wait. I just want your loving, come and give me something. I just want your loving, come and give me something.
I just want your loving.
I just want your loving. I just want your loving, loving, loving. I just want your I'm just waiting here for you. I just want your presence, you got me feeling blue. And don't keep me waiting, don't leave me in this way. Got me going crazy and I don't wanna wait. I just wanna make you see, I feel like I'm in heaven when you are here with me. And don't keep me waiting, don't leave me in this way. Got me going crazy and I don't wanna wait. I just want your loving, come and give me something. I just want your loving, come and give me something.
Hello, hello, and welcome back. I'm pleased to inform you all, we are in for a treat here in Monza. It's raining!
Treatment.
It's raining in Monza.
So as first question, does this look like inters or full wets?
Intermediate.
It does look like inters. Turn 1 is going to be an absolute disaster.
Oh my god, I can just sense the absolute fear. Do you know what it is? It's because Marco Mangano's there.
He's brought the T2 luck. Maybe on Sunday, Tier 2 will be alright.
Maybe.
For once.
Yeah, so I remember what happened last time it rained here in Season 5 Tier 3. When I spun on the exit of Turn 2 like a bozo and then also murdered Best. I don't need reminding of my my past here in Monza. But we're waiting for the drivers to set it up. I wonder what they're cooking. Probably tears right now.
We hurried up to try and get some sort of a wet setup on, although we don't know what the weather's going to do yet.
Yeah, I did scream while overtaking Zerveld just to die. But we're about to get ready to go racing. Predictions on who do you think will win?
I don't think you can say.
Casper
Not in the wet.
starting first. Molo starting second. And away they go. And Casper's getting a very good start there. Fox Johnson getting bogged down. You would have thought that weight would have helped him get traction. Nielsen getting a very good start there. So is the Red Bull of De Beck. But it looks like the front two getting cleanly through. And there's contact. De Beck made contact with the rear of Molo. And oh no! Absolute chaos at the back.
Still going on further back.
AlphaTauri missing a wing. Is that Byland miss? No, Byland does have his wing. Byland is fine. Casper's running away. Fox Johnson up into P2. Lund, P3. Oh my! What's happened here then?
What's going on up there?
Lund up into P2. It looked like he got rear-ended by Schrainmakers, who then went into the back of Fox Johnson. This is an absolute travesty of racing right now. As Schrainmakers up into P4. Anthony in P6 now. Further back, De Beck will be looking to try and make a comeback as he races Peters down this very long straight in there, side by side into oh my god. Mika Luhoff is side by side.
Nascari as well.
Who's Britain side by side with?
One of the McLarens.
Oh, Britain spins! And Britain's out! Britain crashes! And that's a virtual safety car.
And Pill taking 13th just before that virtual safety car came out. Molo and Luhoff switching positions around as well.
It's a full safety car.
Looks like Luhoff has that position.
Mika Luhoff, P7. What a start from Luhoff. Luhoff has gained 4 places along with Anthony up 4. Schrainmaker's gaining 5. Leo Lund up 5 as well. Molo the big loser, P6.
I'm not sure what happened to Molo. Like turns 4 and 5. I think he cut the corner and then struggled to come back on.
We did get a glorious capture of Britain losing on the exit of Ascari. I must say that was a chef's kiss moment.
Well, that's chaotic. Just as chaotic as everyone thought, I think.
And we got a safety car restart to do now.
Only 4 drivers staying in their original positions. Casper's in first, Fox Johnson in third, Nikolai in 5th, and Pill in 13th. Pill was down in 16th after the first couple of corners.
Pill hasn't gained or lost any positions though. He's just sitting steady in 13th right now. In McDonald's playing. Peter also down 4. So the guys who got caught up in that turn 1 incident of the Beck, Molo and Peter lost out majorly there.
Has anyone died into the pits here? Did I miss that?
No, no one into the pits.
Very interesting.
So no damage unless... I wonder if Fox Johnson got rear wing damage. From the dominoes of cars.
I think visual. I can't remember that you can see any visual damage on the rear wing though.
I don't know. Someone with telemetry check AFJ's rear wing. As we're going to give a tyre check quickly. On a...
And then we have Mangano coming into the pits. He was in 16th place before this anyway, so he's not losing any positions.
Nielsen got his telemetry on for the race. Legendary. But the action doesn't stop because although there is a safety car, we're going to go and have a look through the drivers and their helmets. Leo Lund sporting a bright white one in that AlphaTauri. Fox Johnson running an interesting rabbit scheme by the looks of it. Shrainmakers on the back of Fox Johnson rocking the white, blue and red of the Russian flag by the looks of it. 5th place, Nielsen rocking a nice purple and gold, almost Lewis Hamilton-esque helmet of this season. In 6th place is Anthony, and I can't see his helmet right now. He's a black helmet for Anthony. 7th is Mika Luhoff sporting a yellow helmet as well. Your season 1 champion is Mika Luhoff. We'll be looking to return back to glory. In P8 is Molo with the Koi. In P9 is the Beck with default helmet. 10th, Peter's running default helmet as well by the looks of it. 11th is going to be Filip Ferensky rocking a black, purple and red designed helmet as the Beck lags back. The Beck getting a bit of a lag spike. The driver's letting him through though. If the
one more lap of this.
If he does, oh, he's lagged back again. What is up with the Beck's net?
You think it'd be happening to anyone? You think it'd be Pill down at McDonald's, but apparently not.
Pill, maybe they give him the premium Wi-Fi down in McDonald's.
Premium, you got to pay for that.
Maybe not my own Pill.
Buy a milkshake, premium.
The final few helmets now coming past. Byland rocking a blue one, and Marco Mangano in a bright yellow, look at me, I'm flashy helmet. But surely the safety car will be in this lap as Caspers is wearing the Lando Norris helmet.
Very surprised there wasn't more damage on that first lap.
I expected death.
We got one. They got the safety car in this lap.
So Caspers will now take control of the pace. You don't want to give
Leo
the guy...
Lund up into second on his first race for Amethyst.
Very true, very true. Having a stellar performance. AlphaTauri must be over the moon with this. Although Alfa Romeo will be very happy as well with Nielsen up into P5 as well on his debut. The debutants are having a very good race today.
Sure, Molo wants to get back ahead of him at some point during this race though.
Very true, very
Down
true.
6 positions. Not a great start. Here we go. When is Caspers gonna go?
Frinsky
You think
and
right on the line.
not having as good of a start, but there's still time for them to...
Oh, and very close to Lund there.
Oh my god, they're so bunched up.
A lot of side-by-side action.
They're away, but... Oh my days. Did no one overtake anyone? They somehow didn't overtake each other on that before the
Molo
line. But they're 3 wide.
like it's up.
Further back. Molo has a little bump with the Williams of Anthony.
That's Luhoff cutting the whole corner.
And there's chaos further back. Once again. And they're both Alfa Romeos.
The old Red Bull.
The Beck collecting Philippe. As people are getting corner cutting penalties.
Nikolai's ran wide. Nikolai, great start, has been ruined.
Down in P15 for Nikolai.
Hill, the big gainer from the restart, up 4 positions, up into the points.
Luhoff up to P5 though, although
he did cut turn 1. I think Luhoff sitting there with close to the number, but I know he's got at least 3 seconds of penalties, and I think he's got a 5-second.
It'll be interesting to know if it's appealable though, because it was due to contact. It might be appealable.
I imagine they'll be pitting, so the 5 seconds will probably be quite hard to remove.
Yes, very true. But meanwhile, Caspers is not able to shake Leo off his rear as much as he would like. Fox Johnson struggling behind the front 2. The pace of the front 2 not good enough for the fat man to keep up. And meanwhile, Peter
Alpha Tauri, 10th and 11th. The Williams of Anthony looking to make a move on Mika Luhoff for P5. Side by side through turn 1, side by side through turn 2. Right on the limit, but it will be Anthony getting past Mika Luhoff. Oh.
And the Beck retired.
Tauri both from wide.
Which one?
12 and 13.
Byland into the wall. Byland not looking like he got damaged. The Beck retiring. Red Bull not having a race to remember here. Byland now dropping down to P15. Valensky up into P14. But meanwhile, back to the battle. And it looks like it's the battle for P6 now, because Luhoff just doesn't seem to have the pace of the cars around him currently.
Anthony also right on the back of Schroenmakers.
Peter right on the back here of Luhoff. We look as Luhoff is getting passed down the straight before I can't believe I butchered that. Peters gets through though. Will Luhoff be able to answer back though? He deploys the DRS. And he is gaining maybe a move into Parabolica. But he thinks better of it. But Casper's pulling away from Leo now, setting the fastest lap. Fox Johnson.
Big train there from P4 down.
Yes, Trainmakers. Although, let's get a
Hill making a move, they're 3 wide.
Hill for P8 on Molo with a... Is that Luhoff as well?
Luhoff and Molo there. Hill getting squeezed out.
Like you squeeze a ketchup packet in McDonald's. Oh, and there's contact!
Oh!
Oh! Oh my days, how has no one died? Luhoff really getting his elbows out here. Hill though up into P8 now. But they'll be losing touch with the battle for P4. Leo, we're hearing Leo has no grip. Leo currently running in P2, struggling with grip around Monza. This is not a track that you want to be struggling with grip, especially through.
Looks like Anthony's a bit close to the Trainmakers going on to the straight after Ascari here.
Anthony eyeing up a tasty Dutch snack in Trainmakers. Thinks about possibly a move. And further back as well, it looks like Mika Luhoff is holding up everyone else. He's got Myron Pill and Molo, and it's pinning in Mangano as well. And Ryan Kendrick, who missed qualifying, is right just outside of the points here. But it's going to be Myron Pill looking to make a move up the inside of his best friend Mika Luhoff. Molo thinks about it as well. Thinks better of it though. And Myron Pill gets past Mika Luhoff. And will that release Myron Pill to go for it?
I think Molo will be desperate to get past here to make up some of those positions as well.
Very true, very true. definitely got the pace to do so. Meanwhile, now we switch, pay attention to the battle for P4, because Shrainmakers has got Anthony and Peter behind him.
It looks like Alex Fox Johnson is catching up to Leo Lund. It seems to be between about 6 and 8 temps.
Still not in striking range. It might be undercut territory here for someone. Just when do you want to go for it? You don't want to go too early, but you don't want to go too late.
It's got to be at least a few more laps before anyone would attempt that, surely. Unless you're maybe one of the back markers looking to just risk it.
It's expected to be wet for the rest of the race. So there will be no DRS around here. Also, if
Molo's looking a lot closer to... Sorry, Molo looking a lot closer this time around. Could be looking for the move.
As Pill sets the fastest lap, free from the back of Luhoff. Molo not getting a good enough drive out of Parabolica though.
Just not got that straight line speed by the looks of it.
And expect there could actually people could just decide not to box.
Yeah, it depends how quick the tyres are going to go off. I'm really not sure. I mean, I think it would be a bit of a risky one.
It was seen last season when Swan just didn't. Molo really maximising that entry curve. But it doesn't.
Anthony's still really close behind Shromakers, but just doesn't seem to be able to get past at the moment.
Shrainmakers will be defending hard. Fox Johnson is gaining on Leo as well, might we add. The battle for P2, as Caspers is starting to pull it a little bit away from these two. But Shrainmakers definitely under a bit of pressure from the two guys behind him.
Battle for P4 looks like it's really spicing up. Everyone within 6-7 temps there.
And it's all about who can get a better drive here out of Parabolica.
Alex Fox Johnson is also very close to the back of Leoland this time around.
Side by side into Parabolica is Mika Luhoff and Patrick Molo's Caspers answers back with a new fastest lap. Still side by side. There's contact once again.
They're both gone.
Oh, and they collect.
And Alex Fox Johnson looking to go for P2. Just not making the move.
And the battle for P4. Will Shrainmakers in danger? No, but Peters has got past. And Luhoff has retired. Mika Luhoff retires from this race after that moment.
Molo having a disaster of a race.
Disaster class for Molo. But Peters gets past Anthony for P5. We did miss
Alex
that.
Fox Johnson's really ramped it up as well.
Mangano will be under pressure from Ryan Kennedy. And Van Dijk up into the points again in P10.
Oh, and the AI has sent out Luhoff. Hopefully that doesn't get in the way of anyone.
He should be fine. He should pull over in a minute. But meanwhile, Fox Johnson is right on the rear here of Leo Lund. Leo making his debut. What can Leo defend off the Season 4 champion of Fox Johnson? Leo running a bit wider through on the entrance of Parabolica. Might leave a little bit susceptible to an attack here. Fox Johnson gaining on him ever so slightly. Abusing that battery though. He pulls out to the side. They're side by side into turn 1. And Fox Johnson will have the inside for turn 2. A little bit of bumping. Wheel-to-wheel stuff for these two. Still side by side as they now come through Curva Grande. Looks like Leo might have the better drive here around on the inside.
Oh, that's very tight.
It is very tight. We're not being given a very good camera angle. And meanwhile, actually, Shrainmakers has lost 2 places and is down in P6 now, as both Peter and Anthony have got past him, and now Myron Pill is on the rear of him.
Well, look at the back, looking to make up some ground. Everyone very close here, a lot of action.
Very true. And Marco has a bit of a train forming behind him now in the forms of Ryan Kennedy, Van Dijk, and Nilsson. Will be all
Molo has just got into P13.
Molo getting past Byron. Byron not having a race to remember. But Caspers is miles ahead of everyone else. Caspers just living his best life. Fox Johnson once again will be looking to make a move here on Leo Lund. Leo darts to the inside. Fox Johnson looking for the outside in turn 1. Maybe looking for a better exit here through turn 2. But his teammate now is gaining on him. And Myron
Island's going to be trying to make a move back on Molo as well.
The battle for P13. Byron switches from outside to inside. And sends it up the inside there. But
well, very clean racing.
Molo looking to there's a little bit of bumping and banging. As they go side by side through Curva Grande. And I think Molo might get the better drive here on exit. It's a drag race down into the corner. But we're going back to the battle for P2 because Leo Lund is under a lot of pressure here. He's now got a double Mercedes stack behind him.
Oh, Byron's lost it.
Byron's lost it.
Lost his front wing.
He's lost his front wing.
He's lost his front wing. Right end plate completely gone.
Oh, and Leo getting a little bit of a snap here as he darts to the side already. Fox Johnson may be thinking about a move into Parabolica. Thinks better of it though.
Hill also up into P6 just after Ascari.
So Trainmaker's falling down the order. Caspers is currently leading. Hello, Dirk. Welcome back. It's been a while. Meanwhile, Fox Johnson is closer to Leo Lund than normal. Leo defends the outside. Fox Johnson looking for the inside. Side by side, I think Fox Johnson might just about have the move done. And Fox Johnson up into P2. Leo Lund dropping down into P3. And we'll now have Peter right behind him to put the pressure on. Marco holding off Ryan Kennedy and co behind. And it looks like Van Dijk is pitted. Van Dijk and Byron maybe both had damage. Caspers though, on his own, no one around him. They're squabbling behind. Fox Johnson with Leo Lund and Peter behind.
Closest battle looks like Peter's at the moment.
Peter will be looking to get past Leo Lund, but Lund looking like he's having a solid performance out here on his debut. Currently the highest running debutant. Next up would be Nilsson, who's in the points, but battling for the points will be Falensky. But back to this battle for P3, because Peter is looking like he's a lot closer now to the back of Leo. Is he close enough to make a move? Leo into the pits.
Just about to keep an eye on Leo's lap times there, because I don't think that's damage.
So the overtaking action that we thought we might be getting. I'm sorry, Dirk. It's Dutch names are very hard. You say them a little bit differently to how I'd pronounce them. I can do Caspers. Caspers is nice and easy. Peel. It's probably Pell, but I think I pronounce it Peel. Trainmakers. I don't think that's too bad.
Nikolai making a move on Kennedy while he's speaking. Looks like he's got the move done.
Nikolai up into P8 now. Will Kennedy be able to answer back though? Currently riding in the points.
Talking about Pill, he is eyed up a move for P4 currently.
For P4. Anthony
P4
under pressure
right
here.
up through the order.
Pill showing that he's got brilliant wet pace. Pill has always been a master in the wet.
Both Aston Martins absolutely flying, both up 8 positions.
Anthony though losing touch with the back here of Peter. Pill though looking very fast, and who's that into the pits? It's Fox Johnson. As meanwhile Peter sets the fastest lap at the same time. Caspers, though, he's in a different league currently with a solid lead. I think it looks like about 3 to 4 seconds.
I imagine. Let's see where Fox Johnson comes out of the pits. Leo Lund just coming down the straight now.
Does
It's
the
going to be
undercut
really
work?
close.
Has Leo Lund got that undercut working?
It's going to be very close.
I don't think he has. But Van Dijk is on fresh intermediates, is looking very, very fast. And Anthony picks up a 3-second. As he's been passed by Myron Pill. Myron Pill up into P3 currently as things stand. Trainmaker's putting the pressure here on Anthony. Oh! Anthony's in the gravel!
Anthony!
Alex got past him. Was that contact with Trainmakers? I think I looked over
I was not watching that at the time.
at chat. He just toe punted him. Anthony has been sent into the Aether. He's been Thanos snapped. Down
All
into
of a sudden,
P8.
all the gaps are a bit
Oh!
bigger.
Big snap! Molo with a monster snap there on the exit of Ascari. How did he save that? As Peters comes into the pits, Casper's into the pit. Myron Pill is now your race leader.
Very interesting to see where Peter comes back out after this. Casper's obviously we expect to be well clear.
Yeah, Casper's has been flying in a race of his own. But possibly could get held up by cars who deciding not to pit currently.
Peter's hit. Looks like he might come out ahead of Leo Lund.
It's going to be very close. It's a
Looks
drag
like
race.
Lund's just got him.
But Peter will have the fresher tyre out of the pair. And now Lund is in a Merc sandwich. As back to the front is Myron Pill leading. Trainmakers P2. P3 for Marco. Anthony in P4. Molo P5.
Back to Peters. He might be making a move on Leo Lund right here.
Oh, Lund
chooses
covering
not
him
to
off.
make it.
Oh, but he gets a much better exit. Lund, a bit squirrely on exit. Side by side now as they come into Lesmo 1. Peter with the inside line. Lund with the outside. Lund gets another snap, and I think Peter might just be about through. Hands Peter with a move through the Lesmos on Lund, but Lund not giving up, looking for a better exit. Oh, they're going to go side by side for Ascari.
Surely not, no.
No, Lund pulls out. Lund, who's been very fast, just really lacking this grip in the wet conditions. And meanwhile, Molo might be holding up Caspers a little bit. Pill's tyre wear is a good shout. Them tyres must be not enjoying life. As he's at 40%. Molo's retired! In the pits. In the pits.
In the
Right.
pits, yeah. It looks like he's been to the pits, got a 5 second as he went in. Closest battle, still Leo London Peter.
Yes. Chat wants you to know that you have a lovely, soft, soothing commentating voice.
Why, thank you.
Whereas I'm screaming and shouting. Oh, fuck, that was my head. So, Molo deciding to retire from this race, out of the race. Byland up into P13. I'm always loud.
Anthony's penalty could really come back to haunt him here, although I do think he still has to stop unless he's going to choose to try and go the whole distance.
His tyres, he's at 60%. He's definitely not going to be making that. 10 laps, it's going to be very tight, touch and go.
If he chooses, it'll be...
Pill could. Pill
What
could
are Pill's
make it.
tyres on?
They're not at 50% yet.
Oh wow, Pill really could be trying to pull this out here.
This could be a masterful pull-out move from Pill in the McDonald's.
So,
If he wins.
It looks like Marco has made his stop, but is ahead of Casper's.
So Marco stopped early, I believe. Let's have a look.
He's very far ahead of Casper's. He's just over 7 seconds ahead. Something I don't know how we've missed that. Really.
He's done one less lap, so he pitted he pitted under the safety car. He's looking
He's
to
put on
make
an
them
absolute
tyres.
blinder.
He's looking to make them tyres go to the end. He hasn't got his telemetry on. Marco without telemetry.
Although you'd think there's no way he's not going to catch Pill and Trendmakers in P1 and 2.
Although the tyres are not... The tyres are not as close as you think. The people who haven't pit is Pill, Shrainmakers and Anthony. Everyone else has pit or is out. Myron Pill, though, having a masterclass here. Anthony really not allowing Caspers through and not looking like he's losing too much pace here.
It's really hurting Caspers. He can definitely go a lot quicker than this.
Oh, for sure.
You'd think he'd want to go and hunt down his teammate.
Casper's getting a snap on the exit of Ascari there. And maybe this dirty air is not doing him any favours. He might look to get him here on the straight, though, because Caspers looks like he's gaining. I can see Pill going all the way to the end here.
Yeah, I think Pill's going to risk it here. At this point, surely you have to risk it.
And will Marco slow down to allow Caspers through? Or will Marco look for some big points, big prizes? As here we go, Caspers making a move on Anthony, side by side into turn 1.
Anthony fighting it.
Not making it easy. Wheel to wheel. Caspers with the fresher tyre doesn't get a good drive. Gets a snap, and there's a little bit of bumping and banging. Caspers did not get the drive, but
through.
That little bump of wheels may have just enabled Caspers to get through, but Anthony not giving up on it here. Caspers covers him off, though. And Anthony will probably not be able to remake a move.
Next closest fight currently is McLaren 11th on Ryan Kennedy for 10th for points.
So this is the final points. Currently Kennedy and Philippe.
Oh, he's just had a snap there.
Who had the snap for Kennedy?
McLaren down the 11th, Kennedy.
Kerensky will be looking to get past Ryan Kennedy and score his first points of the season. Peter, currently riding in P7, has pit. And there's a... Oh! Nilsson's had a spin between the Lesmos.
Any damage there? Just coming round. Looks like his wing is fine. Yeah, no damage by the looks of it.
And Peter has managed to shake Leo Lund off a little bit, but not enough. And meanwhile, Fox Johnson is gaining here on Anthony. Anthony's tyres must be starting to really feel it. But he surely has to look to go to the end here now. Currently running in P5. Myron Pill, though, might have pulled an absolute masterclass out on everyone.
Started down in, what, P16? Looking to go for the win. Much closer between P10 and 11 now.
Ferensky really wanting these final points. Meanwhile, though, Fox Johnson is gaining on Anthony and gaining on him quite a bit. But Myron Pill out ahead. Shrainmakers and Mangano as well looking solid. Mangano looking for his first podium ever in Tier 1. As meanwhile, Fox Johnson does get past Anthony before Ascari. And we saw Shrainmakers getting a little bit wobbly there. Will Caspers come under pressure here from Fox Johnson? Fox Johnson pitted earlier than Caspers, so Caspers will have the fresher tyre.
I'm surprised Caspers hasn't started catching up to Mangano a little bit more than he has.
He hasn't been making inroads on Mangano. Mangano with that sneaky, you're not seeing my tyre wear strategy.
Very costly strategy, I think that'll be.
Financially, it'll be $1 million.
Oh, financially. For sure.
But currently, they're going to be making fat stacks.
Battle for P10 here.
He's heating up.
Just coming onto the straight.
Oh, it's $1 million for number. How much is it? Oh, and Philippe, Ryan Kennedy losing out here to Philippe. Philippe will have the inside for turn 1. And Ferensky up into P10, up into the points.
Both McLarens up into the points now.
Both McLarens in the points, P9 and P10. A solid points scoring. Someone just called Ferensky Philippe Flop. But Peter now will be hunting down Anthony here. That gap looks like it is coming down a little by little. And
with the 3-second penalty, I'm sure Leo Lund will be looking to at least get ahead after the penalty.
I'll tell him is to. I'm done.
Hill out front, just extending his gap.
Hill.
You can't see how he's going to lose this unless he makes a mistake anywhere.
He's only at 50% wear. Myron Pill I don't see how Myron Pill doesn't... I don't see how Myron Pill doesn't win this. His tyres are living. Meanwhile, Trainmaker's only a little bit more wear.
It's dropping off. It's been a second of the last lap. And Caspers has really ramped it up now. He's also gained about a second and a half over the last couple of laps.
But he's not shaking Fox Johnson. Fox Johnson is holding steady.
I think the next battle we're probably going to see will be Peter on Anthony.
Kendi
Just gone below a second now for that gap.
Kendi not giving up on the McLaren though. Of Florensky. The battle for P10 is still on. All it takes is one error from one of them and the other one will be definitely through. With how close these margins are. But here we have your current race leader, Myron Pill, with 5 laps to go.
Well, keep an eye on this battle for 6th place now. It's been 6-7 attempts this lap alone.
I'm wondering if oh, has he got a puncture? It's very close. His tyre wear, he's got 2 tyres over 70%. 3 tyres.
They've really fallen off the cliff.
They have hit the cliff. He's looking to go to the end. He's surely going to be losing a position as well to Lund though. Anthony needs a miracle for them tyres not to go pop. Just putting them right on the limit. Marco is not losing time to Strainmakers, but is definitely being clawed in by Fox Johnson.
Fox Johnson himself getting a couple of attempts on Caspers, but can't see it being enough.
These two are the closest to each other in the driver's standings. And I'd like to point out as well, Myron Pill with another win could really put his name into the mix. He's a little bit off, but a 25-point gain would be huge for him. And Casper's getting a little bit wobbly through Ascari. Fox Johnson not so much. Casper's putting it to the limit. Peters has got... Oh, Pill sets the...
That's incredible from Pill.
I don't know what to say. Has he got a flat tyre yet? He's got 3 tyres that could go pop at any moment.
You'd think he'll just be absolutely calmly driving at home.
He's
found out. Fastest lap.
He's found out that McDonald's ice cream machine is working, so he wants to get across the line sooner so he can get that milkshake and that McFlurry. He wants a lot.
I think he deserves a nice Oreo McFlurry after this performance.
Very much so, very much so. But meanwhile, that gap between for P4 right now is coming down. And they're both gaining on Marco and Strainmakers here.
Leo Lund making inroads into Anthony as well. I mean, he obviously doesn't have to overtake him, but if that penalty gets overturned for Anthony, he'll want to make sure he's ahead on track.
Very true, very true. I just know, I think we might have to time out McWilliams for what he's about to say when they get their win here today. It's his 2nd win for Myron Pill as things look. Only a disaster can surely change this.
Kennedy seems to be falling away. Might not be able to nab those last points.
No, but Anthony now in danger here. The tyres are somehow holding on. He's at 80%.
That could pop at any second.
Yeah, a preemptive timeout for 1 hour.
Surely Leoland's going to make the move for P7 here.
Anthony's tyres are so worn. They've had
He
more
must be-
action this race than my mum has on a Saturday night.
Anthony dumping all of his ERS then by the looks of it to stay
Anthony
ahead.
holding on for dear life.
Oh, had a snap coming out. Also, it's Leoland. Beifang snaps out T2.
How have them tyres not gone pop like the weasel? Leo Lund surely going to get the better drive here. Side by side. And Anthony loses another position. But Leo gets a bad exit. Anthony gets a snap as well, though.
Massive snap there.
Oh, they just wanted it to say that it was Luke, more action than Luke's mum. So it's both our mum.
Right at the back, it looks like Byland. He must have outbraked himself turn 1. He's gone straight across. It looked like he did try to go around the boards, though. 5 seconds seems a little bit harsh for that.
Marco is being caught up here by his teammate and by Fox Johnson. He's got 3 laps to go. Red Bull did a Red Bull.
You would imagine that Mangano is going to let Caspers through.
He won't want to let Fox Johnson through because there's only 12 points before this race.
I think we might see him do it right at the line.
That would be interesting. But maybe Mangano wants to go for that fight and win energy.
Possibly. We'll see if team orders are in play. We'll see. I don't know who's Ferrari TP.
Mangano is the Ferrari team.
Well, team orders in his favour then.
You shall not pass. Marco to sideswipe AFJ 90 plus 8. If that happens, I reckon chaos would erupt.
That'll be a lot of timeouts then.
Oh my god. Time out everyone on multiple servers. But here we have, they're both rapidly approaching the back of Marco here. Marco, who is sniffing a podium place.
Byland in the pits as well.
What tyres?
I imagine going for fastest lap on the last lap.
Hopefully on fresh intermediates. Oh, Caspers gets a
Looks like
big
this.
snap though, out of Ascari. Somehow keeping it together. Will Marco let him through here? Looks like they're going to do it
Not
after
just now.
Parabolica. Surely they got to do it here. As Kennedy's caught up to the back.
Oh, trying to do it throughout Ascari. What a move.
They're side by side. As Caspers does get let through by Marco. And that side by side, not able to do it. Philippe holds off Ryan.
A
And
little
now-
bit more ERS by the looks of it.
Caspers is through. Will Fox Johnson get past Marco as well?
Kennedy with a massive snap nearly into the barrier.
Mangano defending hard here for his teammate. Still a solid showing for Marco Mangano either way. Are Anthony's tyres gone? I want to have a look, but at the same time...
It doesn't look like there's a puncher, they're just very, very worn at this stage.
Marco coming under pressure here from Fox Johnson. Will he look for a move before Ascari? Thinks better of it. Slots in behind. Surely this means Caspers will finish ahead of Fox Johnson as Myron Pill is coming across the start-finish line. Myron Pill is your race winner.
Amazing strategy from Pill. Sutton's, I think it was 16th he started for the win. Alex Fox Johnson looks like he's just not going to be able to get
Trainmakers gets P2, P3 for Caspers, but it's the battle for P4. Marco P4, Fox Johnson P5, P6 for Peter. Leo on his debut here, P7. Anthony,
he's going to get P8 on track, but he'll go down to P9 with that penalty.
his tyres absolutely destroyed. Van Dijk P8, Anthony P9, the battle for P10, it goes to Polensky. Kennedy comes home P11, P12 for Nielsen. And Will Byland be able to set the fastest lap here and steal a point away from P12. So not even steal a
massive
point.
snap out of Ascari.
He has a purple sector too.
Oh, my game said that and it was true this time. I think currently the fastest lap's are 27. I don't know. I think it's low 27. I think.
And it wasn't even
Doesn't look
fastest
like he
lap.
got it. Very interesting race. That action throughout the entire race, nearly. Different strategies all over the place. I mean, Pill especially absolutely pulled out the bag. I don't think anyone really expected him to be that far ahead at the end.
Very, very fast indeed. 4 Myron Pill. But here we have it. It's Myron Pill taking the top set once again. Last time he beat Fox Johnson because he was fat and couldn't get a drive off the line. This time he does it on strategy. Myron Pill brings home P1. Shrainmaker's P2. And Casper's P3. You know Ferrari will be not very happy with this, as they can't win their home race here in Monza. But the Aston Martin of Myron Pill brings it home. It's an all Dutch podium as well.
That will also put Ferrari top of the constructors from that result. So
It will.
while they didn't win the race, they will be leading that going into the next round.
Bing bong. Come on, there we go. As we get ready for interview time.
I'll let you handle most of these.
Interview room. There we go. Okay, so there's only one man to pull up. Myron Pill, the strategy king, once again in the wet, proving to yourself that you are the wet master in Tier 1. How does it feel? Second win of the season.
Yeah, after my qualifying, I didn't know that I was going to be this fast in the race. Strategy was just on point. I decided to look at my tire wear every lap and just thinking what I should do. I saw at lap 14 that it was like 32%. So I thought, okay, I will just go to the end of the race on this tire and maybe it will pay off, and it did so. I'm happy.
Absolute masterclass from you here in the wet conditions. And you've gained so many places as well. The Italians, though, will not be happy. They couldn't get the podium in the home soil here. They couldn't get that top step. You denying the Ferraris the top step in that green Aston Martin. Talk me through the race, though, because that first corner looked like absolute chaos.
Yeah, I decided to just back off in the first corner because I know that I was speed 13. I knew that there would be chaos in turn 1, so I decided to back off and just managed to make up some positions the first few laps. Then the safety car came out, and after the safety car it was just chaos again. Just managed to stay out of the chaos and just wait for the right moments and everything. So yeah, and when I saw everyone pit on lap 15, I knew that we had a great chance to be on the podium because I didn't know how fast the new tires were. But it seems like all tires were faster than new tires, so yeah. It was just a good strategy, that's all.
It paid off, and next week is a sprint race, I believe, in Kota. How do you feel for Kota?
I need to do some practice, but I think it will be alright.
And is there anything else you'd like to say before we go down to P2, which was Shrainmakers?
No, just a good race from the top 3. we were all just quick today. So yeah, congratulations to this podium.
Well, congratulations once again. Another 25 points in the bag, keeping you well within the title race as an outside shot.
Yeah, we will see what happens.
Congratulations. Now we're going to go and grab Alex Strainmakers. Alex Strainmakers, when it strains it pours and you're on the podium.
Yep.
I'm
Still
so
can't
sorry.
believe it. No, it's all good, so good. Well, yeah, after struggling like 2-3 weeks without line, this pretty paid off. Except one collision that was with a Williams. Yeah, just with the lines off, I was until round 13, 14, I was still trying to find the best spot to brake, and suddenly I braked too late in front of Ascari, so he got off track. So I'm very sorry for that, but the race was just awesome. I just thought in my mind like Myron is so fast, so I'll do the same as he is doing. So he stayed out, so I stayed out, and yeah, it was pretty okay.
Doing a few celebratory weaves as well, showing that you maybe Ferrari regretting dropping you with a performance like that today.
Well, that is just unlucky for Wesley because he was, I think, the fastest driver around here, or who took the fast lap. I don't know, but
What someone Nilsson in P12.
in Nilsson, yeah, okay, that's awesome. But like Myron and Wesley were like two fastest as I could see. Also Marco, he's a tier two driver, but still managed to get P4. That's also amazing to see. And yeah, have how to say it? I'm grateful that I survived turn 1 because I did all or nothing, and I went to the outside and gained like 5 places. So yeah, stayed behind Johnson, and then when he made a fault, I gained it, and that was my race.
Fair enough. And with Kota coming up next, how do you feel for Kota? It is a sprint race after all.
Well, Coda is like not the most enjoyable track, but if I think I'll practice for it, it will be. And I also know you can battle very good around it. So yeah, looking forward to next week.
Well, congratulations on P2 at
Thank you, Martin.
Strainmakers?
Trainmakers, yes. You spelling right. One of the most.
Well, congratulations, and hopefully we'll see you again next week.
Thank you, thank you.
So now, let's get the Ferrari boys P3 and P4. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Boys, P3, P4, not able to win in your home track, but a solid result for you guys again. I believe that puts you back first in the constructors, and Casper's that further extends your lead in the drivers.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Yeah, just had a great 3 laps. Had a massive gap after the second lap. The safety car is just a bit annoying, but yeah, overall good race. Miron and Alex had just a better strategy. I had a really high tire wear because I lowered my tire pressures. But yeah, overall good race. Very good for Marco. He's P4. That's like unbelievable for a tier 2 driver. And it's good to see the Ferrari boys behind me. That's the good news. And yeah.
I'm still shitting myself.
Why?
Oh my god. I didn't think I was gonna make it towards the end, and somehow I made it and finished behind Wesley. I thought Alex was gonna get me at the end there. I was defending for my life.
I'm surprised he didn't eat you up. He's known for being fat, so he would have been thinking about gobbling you up whenever he could.
Oh boy. I hope not. I mean, it was pretty clean, fair racing, I thought.
And talk us through your race. You went for an alternate strategy. You pitted under the safety car, the only one to do so.
Yeah, so I was talking to my engineer, Morris and Ben, and I was in last, and I thought, hey, you know, maybe pitting for these tires, would put me a lap or two off of Wesley, so we don't have to pit at the same time. And come about the halfway mark, I was looking at my tire wear, and it was only about 40%, and I said, shit, should just keep going. And yeah, somehow it paid off.
And you must, with tier 2 coming up, you must be feeling very confident now.
This is still crazy to me. This is my best result in tier 1 out of all the seasons I've been here, even though I'm in tier 2. So this just came out of nowhere. Yeah, still can't put words to it.
And
Yeah.
Casper's back to you. Further extending your Drivers' Championship lead now. Do you feel confident that you can maintain this going into the final few races?
I hope so. It's just, yeah, I'm just trying to get better, and I think I'm capable to do it, but you never know what's gonna happen. And yeah, I think it's possible, but it's not. I think I don't know what the gap is now. I think at 26 points. If I just keep in, if I'm just finishing a points every race, then I'll be fine. So yeah, I think that's doable.
It's going to be to the wire, and so is that constructors title.
Yeah, it's been really important. Like Gotting, he's real broken, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Luckily, Magal did a really good job today. I think this is the best thing that we can do. Because the strategy of Miron and Alex was impossible, was unwinnable, because like they're so far ahead after I pitted, and I was a bit faster than them, but not that fast in only 10 laps. But yeah, it's good to see the Ferrari boys behind me, and that's given me confidence to to win the championship. And hopefully Godding is going to be back next week with a properly working wheel and pedals. So hopefully he's also going to improve.
And it'll be Kota. Sprint race weekend.
Kota. Yeah, I like the track. It's like I really like it. So yeah, let's see what's gonna happen next week.
Well, thank you very much for joining us today, guys, and congratulations on the 3rd and 4th position. All Dutch podium.
Yeah, Dutch and Italian. Let's go.
I feel like I'm turning Dutch. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, see you guys.
See you guys.
In a bit.
So, I think that's where we wrap it up today. It's been me, Martin, and I've been joined by
Luke 2, Mr. Matthews.
Join in for Sunday, where Luke 2 here will be racing in Monza. Will it rain for the Tier 2 boys, as always, or will they finally get a dry race? Find out on Sunday at a later time of 6 PM. Goodbye.
Every time I touch mic. time I touch Mac.
Explode the sunlight here, gentlemen. You explode the universe.
Every time I touch Mac. Every time I touch Mac.
Explode the sunlight here, gentlemen. You explode the universe.